Ladies and gentlemen, Fastlane is actually the next WWE pay-per-view. It's actually this Sunday, and these are my predictions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Bryan Hodge here, and welcome back to another prediction video. So Fastlane is indeed this weekend. It is the final pay-per-view before WrestleMania. It's finally WrestleMania season again. It feels like it was just WrestleMania season, and then we all got let down because the pandemic hit, and it was like, what in the hell happened? We're not having like a traditional WrestleMania? What in the hell? But things are looking up because WrestleMania is looking to be kind of a semi-normal show because there's actually going to be fans there, and it feels wonderful. It feels like we're in paradise after this mess we've had to deal with for the past year. But anyway, we got one last pay-per-view, one filler pay-per-view before the WrestleMania show, the Super Bowl of the WWE. We have one show before that, and it's called Fastlane. It's this weekend, and these are my predictions, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. So we're only doing a confirmed match this time around. Sometimes I'll do prediction matches, and then the matches never happen. So we're just doing confirmed things. So I'm filming this on Wednesday, so at the time of the recording, this is the only matches that WWE have confirmed for the show. So the first match is a tag team match, a women's tag team match. We have the women's tag team champion Shayna Baszler and actually Nia Jax taking on the unlikely team of Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. So Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair are actually tag teaming together in this match, but yet they're facing each other. They're opponents. They're fighting each other at WrestleMania. So I feel this is going to implode during the match here. But yeah, Shayna and Nia are going to retain. That's my prediction for that. It's pretty obvious. Sasha and Bianca Belair are actually going to turn on each other. So we'll see what happens there. But I do not see them winning the title in like even the slightest sense. No chance of them winning the title. At least I wouldn't think that the tag team champions are going to fight each other for the SmackDown Women's Championship on the WrestleMania show. That wouldn't make very much sense. But anyway, yeah, Shayna, Nia, gonna retain. That's my prediction. Alright, the next match is for the Intercontinental Championship. We have the current champion, Big E, well, he's not challenging, he has a challenger. His challenger's name is Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews has this very interesting new gimmick. I guess he is Nigerian royalty or whatever. I mean, I guess that's kind of the sense of it. I actually have people that watch these videos in Nigeria somehow. It's crazy. It's just like all around the world, like almost every country in the entire world, people watch these videos, and it's just like crazy. But that's just the spread that YouTube has. It's not just like you're thinking, oh, the whole country's watching. No, the whole world's watching. It's crazy. But anyway, we have Big E defending his title against Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews does have a very interesting new gimmick, new character, but is that enough to win him the title? I don't think so. People are loving Big E backstage. I've heard Big E's like the next big thing, and maybe even a challenger for the WWE Championship in the future, or the Universal Championship in the future. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with that, and a Big E push or something like that. But as of right now, they're loving him as Intercontinental Champion, so I don't see like no way in hell that Big E is going to lose this. He's going to lose his title, especially right before WrestleMania. So for that reason, I'm going to say Big E's going to retain, but I can definitely see like a rematch of this happening at WrestleMania. We're actually going to have Big E and Apollo Crews rematch at WrestleMania for the title. You can definitely see them doing a rematch, but as for this match at Fastlane, I don't think it's happening. I don't think Apollo Crews is winning the title, so I'm going Big E to retain his Intercontinental Championship. Alright, the next match is interesting to say the least. So, Fastlane pay-per-view, we have a first really set pay-per-view I've seen in like very how many more variants do I have to do? Very long time, or I don't even know if I ever remember one, but it's an intergender match. So if you don't know what an intergender match is, it's where a man is facing a woman wrestler. So the woman wrestler, a woman wrestler, and a man wrestler, whatever. They're facing each other. A guy and a girl are fighting instead of that's been something like, I don't want to say the wrestling business, because that's always been done in the wrestling business, but as far as WWE, this whole PG thing, they don't want to like picture like guys beating up on girls or girls beating guys' butts or whatever the case may be. They just don't want that, because that hasn't been something that's been like traditionally like been approved of being like, okay, this is okay for like my 5-year-old kid to watch or whatever. I mean, none of it would be okay for, I don't know, parents are weird, I don't know, I don't want to get into it. But anyway, intergender match is very interesting concept. Is it actually going to happen? Is the question. This is Randy Orton versus Alexa Bliss. I know I probably didn't even say that yet. But, you know, Alexa Bliss is like representing the Fiend, I guess. And just the way this is set up, I'm saying, yeah, this is definitely how they're returning The Fiend. This is how The Fiend, Mr. Bray Wyatt, will be returning this Sunday at Fastlane. That's how it's happening, I would believe. I don't believe they're actually going to let Randy Orton fight Alexa Bliss, I believe. I don't know, maybe he goes to hit an RKO or something, and then the lights go out, and then it's like, Fiend time, baby, I'm back, I'm The Fiend. Remember me? You set me on fire. That wasn't nice of you. And then they'll build to something for WrestleMania, and we'll have like maybe a Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania or something. But I'm saying this match probably won't happen like we think it's gonna happen, or maybe some of us are thinking it's gonna happen the way I described. But anyway, I would say that The Fiend's gonna return and defend Alexa Bliss and save Alexa Bliss from having to wrestle Randy Orton. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's a very, very interesting concept and a great way for The Fiend to return nonetheless. Alright, the next match. Now, this was originally rumored that this was going to be like a last man standing match, and it was going to be a #1 contendership match for who's going to face Bobby Lashley for his title, for his WWE Championship at WrestleMania. But I guess they decided to go a different direction, and there's not really like a crazy stipulation like that on this match. And I don't think it's going to be a last man standing match unless they add it last minute, unless there's something I missed. And they've already announced it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. So it's very, very interesting to say the least. So it's kind of just like a best friends turned horrible enemies facing off one-on-one for a filler pay-per-view. So that's kind of what they're doing here. It's Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. Drew McIntyre is the #1 contender. He is the challenger for the WWE Championship. So I don't think it's going to make him look very good if he loses this match. So if I was booking this, he's not losing. I don't think there's a chance that Drew's losing this match. Nonetheless, hopefully there's a good story here, and there's a good match to be had here. So Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus, it's gonna be a cool match. It'll be something interesting to watch. But nonetheless, I do think Drew McIntyre will be winning this match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this will be your final match. This will be your main event, I would imagine at least, for the Fastlane 2021 pay-per-view, the final pay-per-view before WrestleMania 37. So the final match the final pay-per-view match before WrestleMania 37 is going to be actually Roman Reigns, our current Universal Champion, taking on the Yes Man, Yes Man. I don't want to call him a Yes Man. What am I trying? The Yes guy, the Yes dude, Mr. Yes, whatever. Daniel Bryan. So Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns, Fastlane 2021. Kind of interesting because a few years ago they had the same match. They had Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. I don't remember what year it was. It was like 2014 or 2015. It's cool to revisit it though, because Roman Reigns has changed so much. He's developed so much. Daniel Bryan was already kind of had himself figured out, his character figured out. But Roman Reigns has changed so much, and it's a different feel to the match. But anyway, who's winning this? Who's going to WrestleMania as the Universal Champion? My prediction is actually going to be Mr. Roman Reigns. As much as I am a Daniel Bryan fan, and I'm actually wearing a shirt right now. This is one of his newer shirts, I guess. As much as I do love Bryan, I don't see him beating Reigns, and it's going to be Reigns versus Edge at WrestleMania. That's my prediction. Roman Reigns will retain his Universal Championship. There's been like some little rumors going around that they might turn it into a triple threat and actually add Daniel Bryan to the WrestleMania match. I'm a very, very big Daniel Bryan fan, but I don't want to do that. Just keep it a one-on-one. Let Edge have his amazing moment of being like, I had to retire due to injury. I somehow got cleared. I returned to Royal Rumble. And then I didn't win that one, but the next year I won the Royal Rumble. Now I'm going to go on to WrestleMania, and I'm going to face for the championship that I never lost, even though the World Heavyweight isn't really a title anymore. But the Universal was kind of replaced. But let Edge have his moment, his one-on-one moment against Reigns. Let's not add Bryan in there, because then you got to choose between Bryan and Edge or Roman. It's just a mess. But anyway, prediction is going to be Roman Reigns to retain his title. So there you guys have. That is actually going to do it for my WWE Fastlane 2021 prediction video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Right now on screen, I'm going to leave a link to 2 previous videos for you guys to check out, as well as a button to subscribe to this channel if you're brand new here. But thank you guys for watching this video. I am Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.